Want to hear a good story? Because I've got one for you today. I'm going to tell you about this time when I was 3 years old when my dad almost blew my face off. This is no joke. This is a true story. It's insane. Every time I think about it, I can't help but laugh that this actually happened and that my dad actually got it in his head to do this. So like I said, I was 3 years old, and my dad was doing a stage production of Dracula at the time. And he got a hold of some flash powder from the set. And for some reason, he got it in his head that, hey, I could make a cool firework with this flash powder. So he went out and got this lemonade, like a box cardboard lemonade container. And then he filled it to the top with explosive powder. He basically took the flash powder, right? And then he mixed it together with ground up sparklers. You know the sparklers that you wave around 4th of July? Well, he basically took that and ground it up, put that in there. And then he took the insides of various other fireworks and just started putting it in and stirring it up, making this explosive concoction of insanity. And I'm sitting there watching this and I'm like, this is kind of cool, you know, and he helped me stir it. It's probably not the safest thing in the world to do, to be stirring together explosive powders. But he did it, and we went out into this schoolyard that was a block away from where we lived. And he took everything, he sealed it all up, and then he took toilet paper, like a long strand of toilet paper, basically rolled it up as the fuse, right? So he took the toilet paper, put it in the top as the fuse, ran it, you know, about 5 feet from where we were standing. It wasn't even that far away from us. And we're just standing there, and he lights the toilet paper fuse. And it just starts going. The toilet paper fuse starts burning, burning, burning. And it started, just the anticipation of everything was just, it was killing me. I was like, I had this huge smile on my face. And as a kid at that time, I couldn't be more excited to see what was going to happen with this homemade firework that my dad made. So he lit it, and we backed away from it a bit, and it started sprouting sparks up and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then from out of nowhere, all of a sudden, we just hear this, I see this light, flash of light that is like the brightest flash that I've ever seen, brighter than the sun, that blinded me. And then at the same time, there is this huge explosion that was just like, kaboom! And I remember the whole neighborhood, the dogs barking, the lights going on in the houses that we were by. And like, my dad was like freaking out. But like, I just remember that moment, and I remember the heat of the explosive fly across my face, just that wave of heat, and it just engulfed me, and it was so crazy. And my dad just, I remember, I was scared shitless, and my dad, you know, grabbed me, and we ran back to our apartment we were at, and we noticed that the box was gone. Like, he went back out to like look for the box, and he couldn't find it anywhere. But as he was looking around for it, he noticed that the box was on the roof of a neighbor's house, and it was on fire. And I just remember standing next to my dad, just like looking at it like, and we're just waiting, hoping that the box wouldn't catch the roof of this house on fire. Luckily, it just went out, and it just, nothing happened. But my dad took me back to the house. Obviously, my mom wasn't very happy about what had gone down that night. But ever since that moment, I've had this fascination with fire. I've got more fire stories. I'll probably share some of those stories with you at another time. But with this one, I had to share this experience of my dad accidentally almost blowing me up when I was a little kid. Every time I think about that, I just laugh, and it is just a fun experience that I will never ever forget. But that's it. That's a story I want to tell. Thank you for watching and listening to me. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.